Well, welcome inside. I'm Daniel Routledge. Thanks for joining us for this round 9 contest in the BKT EuroCup. And Lietkabelis take on London here. Both these teams currently sitting outside the playoff places, so needing some wins to move themselves up above the line and get themselves in contention for a good seeding as this goes on. London, as I say, plenty of drama on their travels this season. 3 games tonight, they all tip off at the same time. You can see 2 games going on in Germany, and then the top 3 all in action tomorrow night. Besiktas home against Panevezys, and a pretty tasty matchup between Bourg-en-Bresse and Budućnost to round it all out for this round. This is how it stands. You can see our 2 teams a little lower down the standings than they might like. London can move into those playoff places with a 4th win here today. Lietkabelis need to get some wins on the board, don't they? Just 2 and 6. And their home form is a concern, having not won since round 1. 2 guys to keep an eye on tonight. Paulus Janusevicius and Ryan Mikesell. Both could be important for their team coming out on top. Janusevicius has been a key piece this season for Lietkabelis, averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds. Mikesell was meant to be a big piece, but he's only played a few minutes so far in the EuroCup. Preseason injury meant we haven't seen very much more than a few minutes of him, but he's been playing bigger minutes in recent weeks domestically, building himself back to full fitness. And with Joel Scott out, he might have extra minutes here in the EuroCup to fill tonight. And the London Lions could sure do with the promise that they saw in him when they signed him in the summer. Injuries have been an issue for the Lions so far this season. Yet to have a game where they've had everybody available. It's been a bit of a challenge juggling all of that for Coach Sabonis, but these are the challenges you face if you want to go deep in a competition like this. The Lietkabelis themselves have had injury issues as well, and do so again tonight. They're without their leading scorer as well. As the lights go down and we introduce the home team. These fans will be craving victory here tonight, and they will know that if they are going to make some waves in this competition and reach the playoffs for the first time in a few years, it is games like this that they have to win. Teams in and around them in the standings at home, these are the ones that are simply must-wins if you're going to get yourself enough victories on the board to reach the top 6. And, well, there is no way around it. This is as near to a must-win as you can have in early December, you would think, for Lietkabelis. But as I say, they too have their issues to deal with. Rubin, the biggest issue right now. He's unavailable to play tonight. Their leading scorer in this competition with 15 points per game. So Coach Chanak is going to have to find some points from somewhere else. These 2 squads actually 2 of the lowest scoring teams in the competition, both averaging in the 70s. So maybe it'll be at the defensive end that they'll try and sort things out. Coach Sabonis back in his home country. Here is the Lions roster. Joel Scott joining Shavar Reynolds, Ramoto Lawadi on the injured list. Kieran Sandy also out. Some good news though, veteran Ovi Soko, who's only played once this season in the EuroCup, is back in the lineup to bring some beef to that front line, and they could sure do with a big game from Ovi tonight, that's for certain. At the other end of the floor, there will be some EuroCup debuts for Lietkabelis as Justus Panevezys is signed for the rest of the season. That after Lietkabelis is out for probably the whole of the season now with a shoulder injury, and that also recovering from his preseason injury for a debut. But the biggest challenge that they face is how do they fill those huge points that Rubert has been giving them this season. That is the question they will have to ask. In fact, both teams will have to ask. Well, with Scott out, that means only Cam McGusty has started every game this season. You can see Mike Sell into the starting lineup, his first start of the campaign in only his second appearance on the floor. But as I say, he's been up to 24, 25 minutes domestically in the last couple of games for the Lions as he tries to get his legs underneath them. Well, Rubert was the only guy who started every game for Lietkabelis in the EuroCup this season. So they've been mixing and matching as well. And this is the five that they will go with for opening tip. And I think really important for Lietkabelis to try and get themselves off to a good start and put some pressure on their visitors to try and make this home court more of an advantage than it has been so far. And this is Rossi, Baki, and Joras, our three officials for this evening's game, getting themselves set and ready to go as the coaches give their final few words of instructions with tip-off almost upon us here in Panevezys.
Next offense.
It is a special moment for Coach Sabonis back in Lithuania. Of course, he's been with Žalgiris for the last 5 years as an assistant coach, so he knows all about what Lietkabelis will be wanting to do and what Coach Chanak will demand of his players. Never seemingly gives too much away, you know, Chanak. Fives making their way out onto court. We're almost set to get things underway here. In the center of your screen, giving some instructions to his teammates as London players make their way out onto court. What can they get from Jonathan Williams? I'm sure his number will be called a few more times with the absence of Scott. Ball is up and we are underway. It is the visitors from London in their all-white uniforms who will get the opening possession of the game. Been thrown slightly by the defense here, but Williams takes it inside. Dean Williams, that is, but he's unable to convert. And away comes Lietkabelis. Gets it back on the handoff. Not much room there for Morris's shot. Might well have been touched. Is there a foul there? I think there is on Dean Williams for a little nudge on the baseline. First foul of the contest. The shot was a long way short. I don't know he knew too much about that, Dean Williams, but the whistle went against him. There's going to be a more obvious foul called off the ball this time on Cam McGusty. Two early fouls against the Lions here. They want to get into first quarter foul trouble and let Lietkabelis get the scoreboard ticking from the free throw line. Lietkabelis fires up the three and has the first points on the board. Lietkabelis. Williams has the freedom of the key there. Out to McGusty for three. He can't reply. And Morris with the rebound. Nowhere to go. His pass is not a great one. Just about keeps that one in play. Little hesitation, drives and kicks out to Williams. McGusty left absolutely wide open. Oh, he doesn't knock it down. Well, one of the things Coach Shannon talked in the pregame was offensive rebounding. Got to keep them off the glass. They didn't keep London off the glass that time. And a foul is called. So Mike Sell will go to the line for 2 free throws. Reaches his first foul. He only managed 8 minutes in his debut in round 7. Didn't play at all in round 8. As I say, he was a key piece of the summer signings. And he'll be glad to be back out there and in the starting unit. A little full court pressure here from London, taking quite a chunk out of the shot clock, so Kalnapilio will have to work quickly here. Morris around the screen. Awkward spot with, oh, pass just a little too high. There was an open man underneath. Running it back the other way is blocked from behind, and that will go off the London man. For a Lietkabelis ball, great defensive recovery from Panevezys, chasing him down from behind with the rejection. And a big fist bump as that possession goes back their way. Lietkabelis down the lane, tosses one up. It doesn't go though. Offensive rebound this time for the home team. Lietkabelis hits the deck, almost turns it over. They tried a couple of times to give it away. Now there's only 5 on the shot clock. Morris going to work, finds his way to the rim, and he lays that one home. 2.5 minutes have elapsed in this ball game. London still looking for their first field goal of the contest. Gusty spinning, kicks it out. Williams open for 3. Dean Williams gets London going from the floor with their first field goal and cuts it to a 1-point game. Morris, nice screen coming up. Nice roll from Maldunas, getting all the way to the rim. Trying to take a charge, but he just went past it. Mixell has a little room. That one will be on the floor. Both referees pointing to the ground there. Vujic quite getting in front of his man. First entry into the fray for Tariq Phillip, replacing Adamu. Again, space at the free throw line for Dean Williams. He's forced back out. Phillip inside to Jonathan Williams. Bullying his way to the rim with the jam as well at the end of it. Good strength underneath from Jonathan Williams. Ooh, what was that? Clumsy at the very best there from Panevezys. Ran the defender over. Because his arms went out, here's another look at this play from Williams with the strength just to move Maldunas out of the way. Savic's into the game for the first time. Of course, he was part of the Lithuania team who played in London's home gym last Thursday, and one of the craziest finishes you'll ever see. Lithuania beating Great Britain by a point as Lietkabelis running it back. A couple of the London players were playing in that game as well. 9 points in the last 10 seconds for Lithuania to win by 1 on the buzzer. Can the Lithuanians get another victory over the Brits here today, a week later? Philip. Meitzel along the baseline, tosses it up, but doesn't go. Kowski's position inside, but it goes cross-court to Morris instead. Nice ball movement. First touch of the ball for Kalnapilio. Doesn't go for 3, but an offensive rebound gets them a second go at it. And this time there's going to be a foul. I think that might be on Maldunas. His first. Maldunas will head to the bench. Long-awaited debut of Zena. As I say, injured in pre-season. They haven't seen him since, but he's available tonight. That's the important thing. Here's Williams, just a little low, that pass from McGusty. These two teams at the bottom end of the scoring when bottom end of the standing, sorry, when it comes to points per game. 4, and well, it's lived up to that. Just 13 points to show for the first 5 minutes. That's not a great pass. Meitzel, that's not a really good one back, and wasn't much Bichkowskis could do there. He ended up turning it over. It was going to be a backcourt violation if he didn't throw it. Although sometimes you take the sideline rather than an open layup for McGusty. Foul called against Meitzel. Number 1 on him. 4:50 on the clock here. Tight game so far. Neither team managed to assert their dominance as yet. And there's just 1 point between them here. Lietkabelis 7, London 8. Midway through the opening quarter here in Panevezys. The two coaches will be trying to work out how to get themselves some slightly easier looks than they've had to this point. There have been too many turnovers as well. I'm sure they'll be talking about that. A bit more of these sorts of looks rather than some of the difficulties that they've had, but both teams trying to find a way to get that scoreboard ticking here. Lietkabelis players out there and ready to go. Coach getting full value out of his minute. Back underway, ball in the front court, so only 14 seconds on the shot clock. Flowers got up in the air and then was trying to work out what to do with it. That is the 6th turnover of the game for the home team. That is not getting it done. Rye, first touch of the ball for him, gives it back to Meitzel, who's wide open for 3. And Ryan Meitzel takes his tally to 4. Flowers working that high pick and roll. Moves it on. Himself hit a big shot for an international duty. Tosses in his first score. Philip. Meitzel down on the block, gives it back to Philip. Meitzel driving into traffic, gets it back to Jonathan Williams. He's going to take it at the top of the key. Took his time, patient with it. And he knocks down his second shot of the game. London up 4. Vintage. Oh, nice movement off the ball and the easy layup there. That's the way to open your account. The big Canadian, Amac, laying it home. Mikesell again letting it fly from three-point range. Another offensive rebound. Jonathan Williams coming up with it. Spins round to the hook. That one rims out. Flowers. He's going to fire up the triple. That one rims out. Phillip grabs the loose ball. Foul called. Christian Kulamai's first. Great now for Jonathan Williams, third. Another of the debutants for Lietkabelis checking into the game. Panevezys has just joined them to provide some extra depth and experience after Lietkabelis went down. Extends London's advantage back to 4. Again, this little zone press has caused them a few issues, not in terms of turning the ball over, but in terms of getting them late in the shot clock. And then they've turned the ball over as a result. It's not a great shot there from Panevezys. Phillip slowing it down in a thick of defensive players, managed to get the shot away without it being blocked, but couldn't convert. Kulamai's going to pull up for 3 off the mark. Randall gets his first rebound of the game. No way through for Randall, so he circles back out, and then with a rather clumsy bump on the sideline. They're over the limit, so that's going to be a shooting foul. Mikesell started this game well. He sits down now with McGusty checking back in. Jason Randall at the free throw line looking for his first points. There's a violation of sorts there. Somebody stepping in before they were supposed to. It's obviously a London player because they didn't do over the miss. And because the size here, Gusty with 2 hands on him. 2'11". They don't really have anybody in that sort of bracket, London. So whoever's going to guard him is going to be undersized. Really, Lukashunas into the game for the first time. I haven't seen Soko yet. He's certainly got the strength, even though he too would be undersized. Little running hook, and there is the big man, Amac, to tip it home. Kulamai's shot didn't go in, but the Canadian on hand to tip it home. Price with the handoff to Phillip, gets it back, pumps on the 3, goes back to his guard. 80 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tight one. Price looking for some help. Late shot clock, Rye has to heave one up. Back with the defensive rebound. Nice pass. It was well timed. Oh, nearly a block there from Randall, but foul is called. It was a well-timed pass to find the roll of Kalnapilio right at the right time. And he got Price to bite on it, and then Randall came in with the help, commits the foul. Panevezys at the free throw line, not his greatest strength. But he hits them both this time. He's shooting 50% coming into the game, but goes 2 for 2 there. And it's back to a one-point game here as we tick into the final minute of the opening quarter. The team leading by more than a couple of baskets so far. Price looking for room along the baseline, deflected away. With a chance to take the lead. London should get one offense back. Just got enough on that from Panevezys. Last 10 seconds, Phillip looking at Price, goes to Randall in the corner instead. Price, great offensive rebound to bat that all the way out. Almost got them 3 points. Well, Coach Bonus is arguing that there was some sort of basket interference on that, I think. He was certainly calling for something, but nothing coming his way. Tight first quarter here. Lietkabelis leading London 17 points to 16 after the opening 10 minutes. Let's have a look back at the highlights from the opening quarter. And both teams keeping the other in range. They made a few shots, not too many from behind the arc. Struggled a little bit from distance, these two teams. Turnovers an issue as well. 10 turnovers in the game. Both teams looking to crash the offensive glass, though. It's certainly been high on the tactics at both ends of the floor. Let's have a look at the numbers so far. London need to get them shooting numbers up. In some ways you'd say we shot 33% and 29%. We're only down 1, but a key factor, I think, for the home team is at the bottom there. 6 turnovers, and 5 of them pretty early on as well. And that's disrupted their rhythm. 5 steals, so you've got to credit London for those turnovers as well. And the other thing is when you get steals, it gives you that opportunity to get out in the open floor and run and try and get some points in transition. Lions with 6 points off turnovers already in this contest. Again, this full court pressure causing a little issue for Lietkabelis just on the inbound. And how many times have we seen it? There's been 8-10 seconds gone off the shot clock before a pass has been made. They've definitely disrupted them in that way, London. Late shot clock now. Got to go quick. Does Amac see it? He's trying to get his shot away. I don't think he did. And that will be a shot clock violation. And again, that's just good play from London right from the beginning of that play, where they've forced them to make a difficult pass to inbound the ball. They then slowed them getting across the midcourt. 8 seconds have gone before they've made a pass. 7 turnovers now for Lietkabelis. Lukashunas back to Philip. Lukashunas again. Corner shot from Randall is good for 3. First field goal of the game for Chase and Randall. Lions back on top. It's got a bit stagnant here. Demak at the elbow. Does well to draw Ryan there, long way short. Here's Rye at full flow. Gets it back, he is wide open. Turns down the 3 the first time, won't turn it down the second. And another offensive rebound, the 4th of the game for London. Nice pass. There's Randall again, open on the 3-point line. He's in the corner, looking to be the sniper. And he's got 2 quick threes. And London suddenly with a bit of momentum and a bit of a lead here. 5 points in front, which feels, in the way this contest is going, like a big lead, because it's low scoring. And 5 points in a low scoring game can take you 90 seconds to make up 2 minutes, 3 minutes even. And that is why it feels like a little bit more right now.
Zone, right? If the zone, no. If it's zone, we go to shorts regardless. But if he brings it down, we get the ball and we just play out 4 corners, okay? To not waste time. If he brings it down, let's go quick head. All right, quick head. But yeah, but I need. Never mind. No. 2 move. But I want Jason, you coming up, playing it on the edge. I want you to dribble back, pass it here to me, and pass here. Okay, counter your shot. Okay.
12's in. Watch the swipe. 12's in. Watch the swipe. No fouls. Come on.
Set it up. Get him a good screen. Okay.
Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Aggressive D. Yeah. Aggressive defense.
Well, chasing Randall with a couple of back-to-back threes, taking his tally to 7 and pushing London out to what is their biggest lead of the game at 5. Aldunas hands it back to Flowers. Late shot clock situation again. Well, it would have been. It's not a great foul with 6 on the shot clock and the ball out there by the halfway line. Ethan Price picks up his first. So a new 14. Just looking for some options. Let's go, Mike. Up in the air. Aldunas, cross court. Round it comes to Flowers. Gets to the top of the key. Good challenge in the end. And Price snaffles the rebound. Around the screen. Nice kick, good ball movement. Here's Randall again, looking for 3. He is 3 of 4 from behind the arc. And he has opened up an 8-point lead single-handedly here. That's going to be an offensive foul as well. Panevezys with the illegal screen, and London with the momentum here at the start of this second quarter. They've scored the first 9 points thanks to Chase and Randall. Lietkabelis 2.5 minutes gone in quarter number 2 without a single point on the board. Randall They've gotten him all the way out to the halfway line now. He spins one way, back the other. He's running out of room, and he gets his shot blocked, and they come away with it, Lietkabelis. Flowers running. London recover well enough. Great play by Kuramai with the denial. And London scrambling defensively. And giving up the foul. Those two went toe-to-toe for their national teams last week. Too often they'll be matched up against each other. This time it's Maldunas trying to back down the guard and doing so effectively. Finally, over 3 minutes into the quarter, Lietkabelis have their first points of this second period. Lukašunas with the mid-range knocks it down. First points of the game for Karolis Lukašunas. Gets it back from Flowers. Pass didn't really send Maldunas the way he wanted to go. Travel. Morris just picking up that pivot foot before the ball going down. Mikesel's going to return. It's really good minutes for London while they're starters were on the bench. They extended the lead. Jonathan Williams. Here's Mikesell. Oof, that's an offensive foul there. That extended arm from Ryan Mikesell into the chest of Michael Flowers. Flowers working the high pick and roll. Morris fires up the three. Needed that, Lietkabelis. Only their second score of the quarter, but it cuts the gap to 5. Rye trying to feed it to Williams. He does well to hang on to that. In the corner is Mikesell. His three is off the mark. Morris with the rebound, out to Flowers. Three ball goes up and goes in. Jamel Morris with the triple, and suddenly Lietkabelis have found their way onto the score sheet with a couple of threes in quick succession. And it's London this time having to call a timeout. Almost at the midpoint of the second quarter. London jumped out to an 8-point lead, but it's down to only 2 now. Lietkabelis 25, London 27.
Horizontal, be here. You are here. Hey, use that screen. If you're open, take shot. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him do back right now.
Well, it was Randall at the start of the quarter with the flurry of threes. And he hit 3 of them. Now Morris has hit 2 in the last 40 seconds or so. Back underway here in Panevezys, where Lietkabelis trail London by 2, the Lions with the ball. Philip has to toss that up really high. That shot got changed, but London still have the ball. Oh, they don't have the ball now. Coulombe has it. Maldunis sizing up Rye, trying to reset himself in the block. Coulombe gets to the open mid-range, but leaves it short. And Jonathan Williams atones for his earlier error. Shot clock didn't reset there. Presumably being about 21. Close enough. .434 on the clock here in the first half. 2 points separating the teams. Knocked away from Philip, but he's able to recover possession. Up in the air, wasn't quite sure where that pass was going. He ended up with Rye. Time running out here on the Lions. They almost turn it over again. Philip has to get this away. He does beat the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And Dennis Ravitras pulls in the rebound. Lietkabelis. Foul called off the ball. Randall bumping Morris out of court. Those 2 threes have certainly got London's attention defensively. Fourth team foul on the Lions in this quarter. Number 2 on Randall. Lietkabelis up top. Just finding some room, and there it is. I said Randall hit 3. Could Morris as well? Yes, he can. 3rd 3 of the game for Jamel Morris. Well, they've only put it down as a 2 on the scoreboard. It looked like a 3 in real time, but he must have towed the line. Here's Randall looking to get himself back going. Not this time. This one will definitely be worth 3 if it goes. It doesn't, but Vucic is first to it. Can he get possession of it? Never quite had it, and Lukashunas wraps him up for a jump ball. Just a little perspiration being wiped up. And Savicius is going to exit the game. Brnovicius in. Tied at 27, just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. There'll be 12 on the shot clock if Lietkabelis win this jump ball. Vucic does tip it back. It's all right that it goes into the backcourt because it's a tip. It's not deemed to be deliberate and therefore is allowed to be into the backcourt. They've got to be quick here. Vucic gets it away. Oh, he did well just to draw an eye in there. Philip, Williams, Lukashunas. His 3 is good. Carlos Lukashunas' first triple of the game. And he breaks the tie. low block. Trying to get it to him, but Lietkabelis can't make the pass, so he drives instead. It's almost turned over. It is turned over. Randall running it to Philip, and Philip will get the easiest score of the game with a finger roll, and suddenly 5 points in quick succession has London back on top, and there's Coach Chanak calling for time. Again, turnovers have been a massive problem for Lietkabelis in this first half. I'm sure that'll be something Coach Chanak will be talking about at halftime. They're into double figures for turnovers. That's way too many. And that is in part why London lead by 5. They've got 9 points from those 10 turnovers, the Lions.
Out of this here, okay, on this side. So Jason, you move. Good back screen. If you have the pass for a layup, perfect. If not, pass back. Same thing. He attacks. Boom. I got him. Pop up. Or Jason for the shot, okay? Break it, okay?
They leave it. You're going to beat the hedge? You're not going to vision?
Yeah, no.
I'm going behind.
Okay, go behind.
Let's go.
There we go. Lines on 3. Oh, sorry.
Go in vision, okay? And let them cut it, all right?
Lines on 3. 1, 2, 3. Line.
22 right now.
It's going to be 1.
27-32, Lions on top. As we approach halftime. Again, Lions showing this full court pressure that has caused them problems. Not always whilst it's in the backcourt. But again, look, one pass, there's 12 seconds gone, 14 seconds gone before the second pass comes, and then they turn it over. 6th steal of the game for the Lions. Dean Williams gets it back. Ooh, a little lane there. Shot clock getting low. Philip knew he had the mismatch. And the foul called. He's just not got the speed or the lateral movement to stay in front of somebody as shifty as Tariq Phillip. Phillip directing everything London are doing right now. Shot clock getting low, but it's a good pass to Williams, who gets bumped by Mutic. It'll be 2 free throws. London got to line a little bit early on in this game, but not so much as it's gone on. In fact, neither team have really shot many free throws. There will be a couple now. Rings out for Jonathan Williams III. Again, you wouldn't describe free throw shooting as his strongest asset. He goes 1 for 2. Room here for Morris. Ooh, he's missed one. Well, hasn't happened too many times today. A good open look like that he's not knocked down. He's got 10 points, 10 of his team's 27. Phillip trying to get it inside to Williams. Cross court. Adamu in the corner off the mark. Well, if they're quick, they could get a 2 for 1 here. They haven't been too quick on anything today. Lietkabelis, in terms of their offense, it's tended to go late shot clock. Mimak going through his reads. And London might just be able to take this down. There's a slightly more of a gap between the shot and the game clock than you'd want if you were the Lions right now. Phillip. Dean Williams hits the three. Who cares about the shot clock if you can get 3 at the end of it? Lietkabelis needs to be quick here. Morris drives in. Did he get it away? Well, one referee said yes, one said no, I think there. My gut feeling was it was late. But we will see what the referees decide. I'm sure as they had a differing view, they will go to the monitor to be certain. Yes, indeed. They're going to go over to the screen and just check as to whether this was on time or not.
One more frame. Second frame. One more frame.
Dar vienas freimas į priekį.
Still in the contact, so no bad shots. Okay.
Well, it is small margins, isn't it, between 2 points given and 2 points not. And that was not, just still in the fingertip before when the clock hit 0. So London with a great finish to that quarter, scoring the last 9 points to go from 27 points apiece to level to 9 points ahead.
So Jamal, great game for you. You have 10 points, but rough start for your team. What do you need to do in the second half?
We got to be consistent. We'll make a run and then we'll give up a run. We went up 17-16, then they went on a 9-0 run, then we tied the game up at 25, and then they went on another run. So we just have to be more consistent, beat stops, shorten the turnovers, and I think that'll be a key to us winning this game.
Well, he's doing my job there. It was 27 that they tied it up, but the runs were exactly spot on. They didn't score for the last 5 minutes. And some consistent offense would be very much welcome. Morris and Randall doing some damage from deep, both with 10 points apiece. But Randall's points gave London the lead. Morris's just brought it back level. And then London had another run in them just before halftime. And, well, 9 points, it's the biggest margin of the contest so far. And in a low-scoring game like this, 9 points is a lot. And we say basketball is a game of runs, and you can get that in the blink of an eye. But you think 9 points is a third of what Lietkabelis has scored in this half. It's a lot of points to make up. Let's take a look back at some of the action from the first half here in Panevezys. And, well, it was the archetypal game of runs. Not really much between them in the first quarter. Turnovers certainly causing him some problems. But even though they got behind, they found a little bit of rhythm for a moment or two with Morris in the middle of the quarter hitting those threes to reply to these ones from Randall, but then didn't score. And that's the problem that they've had this season. Offense has been a challenge, and the reality is they're on pace for 54. You're not going to win too many games at 54, so they've got to find some way in the second half of getting 40, 45, 50 points if they're going to win this game. Well, shooting numbers not that great, but the biggest concern I would say for the home team right now is the bottom row there. 11 turnovers, 7 steals from the Lions. London forcing mistakes. Their defense has really discombobulated Lietkabelis, and that is why the Lions have had the better of the runs in that first half and why they lead by 9.
Double team comes, the baseline for Scott, and the double clutch, and the jam, and some energy back into this building. That's a beautiful move from Scott.
Cleary going baseline, swatted with authority by Stephen Enoch. He was not having any of that. Enoch going high with the block.
Shot clock is down to 5 after the restart. Harper floats and Wiley sends it down. Austin Wiley giving Jerusalem an early cushion. On the drive, and Thomas Kennedy with courtroom authority. Look out below. Oh, who saw that coming?
Another guy, Flynn. Flynn, nice pass. And the throw down. What a pass from Flynn there. And Kotrovic said, I'll have a dunk there. And boy, did he have one.
Now Bowman on the drive, and it comes over to Parks. Oh, great finish. Having to improvise the shot and find the reverse as he went underneath the basket.
Simonovic to Demirolo. Simonovic denied by Zizic.
Takes the three, leaves it short, offensive rebound, back to who rocks the rim with the Thunder jam. The three was short, but the dunk was right on point.
Oh, that's terrific defense. A miserable turnover. And a block shot from Urbaniak. And what a hustle, Urbaniak there. Look at the expression on his face saying, how dare you? Don't you dare think you're going to dunk it on me. Here we go. Get out of here. Wow, on the way up. Terrific block from Urbaniak. A little bit casual there from Sipahi. Thought he had a dunk. But no way, Jose. Oh, again inside. First slam. What a move. Goodness me, the lane opened up for the first slam of the game.
Uber stepping around, long arm, scoops one up. Kicks it out, Uber for three, he hits. They get that quick three away, it doesn't go from Aldridge. Yubo with the rebound. At the three-point line, it goes to Yubo, who just hit one a minute ago, and he's open again. He's hit another. I just said, they don't want him waking up. Trento. Nice spin. And attack, and it will go through the contact. But somehow pulled that in. Davis has the lane to himself and just drops it off for Yibo. Halftime here in Panevezys, Lietkabelis trailing London 27 to 36. The Lions scoring the last 9 points of that second quarter. Lietkabelis did not score for the final 5 minutes of that period. Morris and Randall exchanging runs in the early parts of the quarter, but there was nothing else other than Morris. He was the only one doing any damage out there, and the home team have got to find some way of putting the ball in the basket. as I said before, you're not going to win too many games scoring 54, which is what they're on pace for right now. And they average less than 77 points per game, London, but they're might not need that today. Reminder, these two teams in Group B of the BKT EuroCup trying to get themselves into the top 6 during the regular season, both below the line right now, so they can get into the knockout stages. Obviously, the higher you finish, the better you will do. If you can get all the way up to the top 2, you'll get a bye through that first 8th final to the quarterfinals. Single elimination for the 8th and quarterfinals, and then best of 3 for the semi-finals and finals. London, of course, got all the way to the semi-finals a couple of years ago. Missed the Lions' 50th game in EuroCup now. And they're just the right side of 500, 25 wins and 24 defeats. Lietkabelis with a bit more history in this competition, playing their 8th season in EuroCup, but it's been a little while since they made it to the knockout stages, and well, their home form this season suggests that wait might go on unless they can find something to turn it around. Let's hear from the coach.
You scored just 27 points and you are down by 9. What do you need to do to improve in the second half?
I mean, to take care about turnovers. At the moment, like we're a pre-season team, we get two new players without guys who were in the national team, so we must take care about turnovers.
Thank you, coach.
Well, I'm not surprised you mentioned the turnovers, because there were way too many in that first half. 11 in total in that first half. London with 12 points. That's a third of London's offense has come from Lietkabelis turnovers. You sort of go, well, that's something we could clean up if you're one of those fans sat there. But from the Lions' point of view, we need to give them credit because they had 7 steals, so they weren't all mistakes. Let's hear from the Lions coach.
So, coach, good first half for your team. You conceded just 27 points. So what do you need to do to be such as good, just like in the first half?
Be mentally tough, keep doing what we're doing, not let Morris get hot. He got those 10 points, we let him loose. We got to be focused. Again, 20 more minutes, possession after possession.
Thank you, coach. Good luck.
They certainly were focused for pretty much, you would say 18 minutes or so, 19 minutes. They just lost Morris on a couple of plays. But other than that, I thought defensively London were really good. They've not shot the ball very well, but even outside of the steals that they had, that zone press and even a little bit of on-ball man-to-man press that they threw out there really just threw Lietkabelis out of their rhythm. And there's so many times they get into late shot clock situation. So Visoko, we've not seen too much of him this season with his injury issues, and it doesn't look like we're going to see him today, although he is dressed. But those Lions players who are out there, remember they're without Joel Scott, of course, the latest addition to their injury problems. He's such a key part of what the Lions have done to this point, but they don't seem to have missed him too much, whereas obviously Rubit, who's out for Lietkabelis, has been a big absentee. As Coach Chanak said, they look a bit rusty, a bit pre-season-y, because they have got 2 guys in who haven't played, and they are missing their leading scorer. But you've got to find a way of working through all of that and at least giving this home crowd something to get behind and cheer. The hardcore fans behind the basket there will cheer anything need some rhythm, and they need somebody offensively to come to the party other than Morris. At the moment, nobody on the Lietkabelis side of the floor other than Morris has made more than 2 scores. The second highest scorers have 4 points, and that's a little bit of an issue. But as far as London are concerned, everything going perfectly to plan. The question is, will Lietkabelis change it up in the second half and force London into a recalculation of that plan? Lions making their way out on court. They could be in the playoff places by the end of this round. They're certainly on course to do their part of that bargain. Ten minutes on the clock here as we get the second half underway. Lietkabelis with the opening possession in a 9-point hole. Hadn't scored for 5 minutes in this game. So they'll just want to see the ball go through the basket. Doesn't matter quite how. Morris is the one guy who has been able to do that. And great defense there from the Williamses, tying up the room and forcing the turnover. You can see Dean had him one side, Jonathan the other. Foul called on Kulamai on that inbound, his second. Phillip into the starting lineup for the second half. It's a nice pass. And Dean Williams rolling to the basket is fouled. There's Mitch's defender. Dean Williams makes them both from the free throw line. Again, London applying some pressure just to make it difficult on the inbound. Just trying to wear the guards down as much as anything else. Panevezys driving in, basket is good, blocking foul is the call. A bonus free throw coming, they needed that. It was closing in on 6 minutes since their last score. Panevezys driving in, Phillip trying to convince the referee it's a offensive foul. I think there's a coach challenge on this, and we're going to go to the screen.
Okay, let's go. Nice.
Go slowly. Go slowly. Back. Again. Slow. Okay. Now leg I got in position. Outside. Go back. Go. So it's no basket, offensive foul. Yeah, okay. Offensive foul for number. What's the number? Number 4. Number 4, just move. Go. Nice. Go. Yeah, 4. Okay. No basket.
Well, Philip winning that argument there. That score is going to be waved off and an offensive foul called. Just from Panevezys. Points have been hard to come by for Lietkabelis, so they can ill afford them to be wiped off like that. And back down to 27, where they've been stuck for a long time. Scoreboard operator trying to undo that basket as well. There we go, thumbs up. London trying to increase the pain on Lietkabelis here. It's also the third foul in a minute in this quarter, and when you're down double figures, you don't want to keep sending them to the free throw line. Gusty fires up from long two-point range, left it fairway short. Oh my. Tossed up by Muldoon, still they can't get off 27. Last score. It's going to be an offensive foul. Last score was the end of that run where Morris went 3-3 and then 2, just towed the line. It was a long time ago. London with the last 11 points of the contest. Trying to find some way of ending that run. 5 for 3, rims out. The tip doesn't go either from Panevezys, and out in front is Tariq Phillip for an easy layup and make that 13 consecutive points by the Lions. Oh, that's almost turned over. It is stolen away by Phillip, who'll run back an easy layup, and once again it is London stealing the ball away and running back points, and they are in total command of this game here in the third quarter. Tariq Phillip doing the damage with the steal and the finger roll, and the Lions well on top in this one. Coach Chanak having to call for time. His team still haven't scored in this quarter, and they are in a 15-point hole. Well, he talked about turnovers in his interview at halftime. They've had another 3, so that's not what he was asking for.
And you come here for the pass, all right? Good 22 right now, good 22, all right? Good 22, all right? Good 22.
Keep going. Now, fouls. We have fouls.
So short, keep him.
Let's go, Lions on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Let's go, boys.
Lietkabelis are in all sorts of problems right now. Just 27 points on the board. Their record low in this competition is 50. Their record low at home is 61. They're a long way from 61. Here's Morris. Can he get them going? No, he can't. He's screaming for a foul. Referee not interested. Williams kicks it back out to Rye. Loses it out of bounds. That'll go back to Lietkabelis. Well, he was trying to convince his coach that he didn't touch it there, Aaron Rye, but deemed not worthy of a challenge. Oh, looking for another steal. Dean Williams knocking it loose. Morris is able to get it. Lions pouncing here, trying to steal the ball away again. Well, those are the fouls that the coaching staff will take because it's tremendous hustle. And look at them sniffing after the ball. Williams gets a hand on it. Both Williams then close in on it. Rye as well. And yes, they commit a foul, but the pressure that it's putting on the opposing team is well worth that trade-off. Kalnapilio. Still, they can't get off 27. Here we go. About time and all. Denisovic with the jam. And finally, they get their first score of the third quarter and their first score in about 6.5 minutes, I think it was in the end. Might have been 7. But 3 at the other end. And Philip just stares down the bench. He's letting them know, Tariq Phillip. He's up to 11. Dunas is all on his own. I'm surprised he didn't shoot it at first, but he waited for the contact, and he'll go to the line for a bonus free throw. Dunas caught the ball, seemed to be helping off him to ensure he couldn't pass it. And in the end, he did take full advantage as Jonathan Williams gets his first foul. Dunas trying to convert the three-point play. This is only the third free throw that Lietkabelis have shot in the game, and it doesn't go in. McGusty down the middle, takes it to the basket for 2. Cam McGusty doubles his tally. Dunas. Oh, they've lost the shooter. That's bad news for London. Jamel Morris absolutely wide open. Knocks down his third 3 of the game. He's doing it on his own. He's 3 of 7. The rest of the team is 0 for 7. Gusty to the rim again. They can't stay in front of Cam McGusty right now. Flowers. Just couldn't quite get to the spot. Denisovic draws the foul. Flowers. Dunas had rolled to the basket, but it goes out to the wing. Instead, that is a tough layup. Great challenge by Jonathan Williams to make that a tough layup. Open for 3. Got it. London running rampant here. Lead out to 18. That's the biggest it's been in this contest. And it's going to be another turnover. Lost into the backcourt by Morris. And Lietkabelis just cannot get out of their own way at the minute. 15 turnovers in 25 minutes. Gusty. Shot clock low here. It's only a 14-second because it's front court. Rebound grab by Emac. Nice match inside if they can get it to Amac, but they can. Morris drives in, scoops it up, and will shoot two. Well, nobody works harder on defense than Coach Sabonis. He's sliding up and down the sidelines. Third foul on McGusty. It's the first Lion to get to three. Panevezys both on three for the home team. That one just wipes his feet, but drops in for Morris. But the reality is the pace of their offense is nowhere near quick enough to eat into the turnover. This might give them a chance if they can get a few free plays going the other way. Flowers for three, that's exactly what they needed, and Coach Sabonis doesn't waste any time here. Goes straight to the timeout. Well, sometimes one play can just give you a little bit of momentum, and that is the concern that the London coach has. Straight to the table for a timeout. The lead is down to 13. Still a massive lead in a low-scoring game, but he doesn't want Lietkabelis to get any scent of blood here.
Play push, push, push. Okay? If we can play motion in transition, let's play motion. But no, I'm not sure. Keep running. They don't want to run back. Let's go. Yeah, grab it.
Well, sights and sounds here in Panevezys, where it's a Lithuanian coach who's the happier right now, but he's on the London Lions sideline. London's shooting numbers definitely gone up, 47 from behind the arc, 9 of 19 for three. Really good. Look at the difference in the assists as well. More than twice as many, and it's only a 13-point gap, so that just shows you the different way that they are attacking. And the 15 turnovers, highlighted by 8 steals from London. Definitely a big factor in this game. Price. Lukashunas trying to lob it back to Price, and Morris was not even looking at the ball there as he had hold of Ethan Price. Williams to inbound, Dean Williams. Foul off, double foul called off the ball. Lukashunas and Morris, I think it was, were wrapped up. It's going to be the second on both of them. So we'll go back to where we were, which was London possession. Shot clock low here. Does Phillips see it? Williams has to heave on the buzzer and hit the three. Perfect timing from Dean Williams from behind the arc. Lietkabelis. Long way to back down from there. He slips to the basket. He's now open. The help comes from Williams. And even though the referee points to the floor, it's going to be free throws because they're over the limit for this quarter. On his debut for Lietkabelis in the EuroCup. 5 points so far. Misses the second free throw. Price, he's got that range. You've got to get all the way out there. Doesn't knock that one down. Another offensive rebound for London. Nice pass out to Randall. Phillips spots it up. This time, Panevezys are able to secure the rebound. Morris. Well, you could see Coach Sabonis on the sideline fuming that they lost the shooter. He's the only guy, seemingly, that can beat London today. Williams, nice pass to find Randall, who replies with 3 of his own. That's his 4th triple of the game. Oh, that's not a great foul because over the limit, you stop the clock, send them to the free throw line. Veteran guard and coach in deep discussion. Well, they can scarcely believe it, although once they see themselves on the big screen, the smiles come out. Novus Lietkabelis makes the second. But they need stops and scores, and at the minute, they're not getting much of either. Lietkabelis knocks it away. Randall gets it into Price. Nice pass from Phillip to Price for the lay-in. First points of the game for Ethan Price. Look at that differential in assists. I know they scored more points, but that's still not accounting for all of that. That's blocked. Williams got a piece of that. Good hands, needed to be as well, because Williams had Price in a great position under the basket. Flowers had to break that up. Lukashunas, short on the 3, long rebound, nearly kept in by Phillip, just couldn't quite beat the ball to the line. for Philip. Flowers. Vucic, nowhere to go. Knocked away. Great hustle from Rye, diving on the floor, and his coach is the first one there to acknowledge that effort. .6 on the shot clock. Shot is away. It's a tough one, but what a make that is from Christian Kulame. Oh, there's again a little bit of a, well, there's not going to be, it's going to be free throws. You can see Chanak's reaction was one of discontentment, whether that was at the call or the player for committing the foul, I'm unsure. Lietkabelis has sent Adamo to the line. Well, there's the Lions fans. Lions Roar Supporters Club in the house. And you can certainly hear them right now with their team up 14 and looking pretty comfortable. Taking it down to the end of the quarter. Flowers has got to work now. He's running out of clock. There's a foul. 1 second to go, which I think is the point that Coach Bonus is making, although the foul was on Williams. It's credited to Williams. One second, can London get one off? I don't think they will. Well, Rye might try, but he's going to run out of time before he gets that shot away. Well, London doing what they needed to do there, not only keeping their lead, but extending it. Going into the final quarter, a lot of work for the home team to do. Lietkabelis 49, London 61. Well, London can trade scores from here on in, really. They've done the hard work. And really, it was what they did early in this quarter, London. That one was waved off. That was more agony. As Philip was getting out in the break, it took them 3 minutes in this quarter to get a score, Lietkabelis, and by that point, London were already over the hill and far away, up 18. And the Lions have sort of managed it from there. Hit shots when they needed to. Defense has been good. They just haven't really given Lietkabelis a sniff at it in the second half. Is there a run left in the home team? If there is, they're going to have to shoot the ball a little better than they are right now. They're going to have to stop turning the ball over. They're going to have to make it pop a little bit more as well. 9 assists. Again, what that means is you're relying on individual talent to come up with a play, usually at the end of the shot clock, rather than finding a good team look, moving the ball until you get a good shot. At the minute, there's only one player who's caused London any sort of problems, and that's Jamel Morris with his 18 points. Needs something else, Lietkabelis. London are going to walk out of here with a comfortable win. 10 minutes to play here. London with the ball and the lead, looking comfortable. They might get a quick score. No, they get a turnover instead. It's going to be just a sideline possession. Lietkabelis was asking the question about a little more than that. Lietkabelis picks it out. Came back for 3, just a little short. Only white shirts going for the rebound that time. Securing it. Foul called off the ball. Christian Kulame had hold of Magusti, trying to keep him in check. His third. Randall dancing his way into the key off the back of the iron. And a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Jonathan Williams. Only his second. To the monitor on this.
Review the contact and rebound situation from 13. Yeah, 13. Go back, go back.
Nice.
Slow back. Slow, now slow. I think his hit in the face with the elbow was a natural movement of basketball, so we have to go with a sportsmanlike foul.
I agree, he's ignoring the ball there.
He felt the contact and he knows that the defensive player was banging, so it's a sportsmanlike foul against 13 white, 2 free throws and possession for Burgundy team. Okay, 4-22. Okay, go.
Well, that's going to get upgraded to a sportsmanlike foul for throwing an elbow there by Jonathan Williams. As the referee said, what a natural basketball movement. He felt the defender behind him and tried to clear him out. Cleared him out on the chin. Flowers was the man who wore it, so he's at the free throw line. When you're down double digits, you need those, and here's a chance, here's a window now for Lietkabelis to get this into single figures. Been a long time since it's been that close. Can they get some momentum here at the start of the fourth? Flowers, they're looking inside, they can't get the pass there. It's going to be a 3-second violation. Because he had a mismatch, was trying to post up in the key, but he never left the restricted area. You're only allowed in there for 3. I think the referees might have even given him a few more than that before making the call, and he still never left it. So an opportunity missed there for Lietkabelis. Can London take advantage of that? Ooh, that pass a little high. Williams has done well to catch it. Shot clock low here for London. Williams is going to have to go himself to the running hook. Not quite. Kulamai, he tosses it up. It doesn't quite go, but Limak with the offensive rebound. Flowers in the corner, drives, attacks. Oh, that one somehow rims out as well. Randall tosses it. Well, I don't know that Williams knew he was tossing it to him. I think Williams was lining up for a rebound just in case. He wasn't expecting a lob. Well, the third opportunity now for Lietkabelis to get this into single figures. Philip is back. Flowers off the mark for three, but it's tipped down. Oh, Hemak has to do better than that. It was good work in the first place from Mutic to tip it to him, and the big fella needs to finish that one. Whether he wasn't quite expecting it, but once he's got it there, he's got to lay that one in. Well, 3 opportunities to get it to single figures, none taken. They may well end up ruining the last minute and a half here, Lietkabelis. London trying to get things going back in their direction. There's only been 1 score in this quarter. Here's a chance for another with Williams with the jam. And the lead is back to 12. Hemak again off the mark. Again, Mutic making a nuisance of himself, but he can't do anything. And you just wonder whether London have weathered the initial storm here. Hemak's going to get called for the foul. There was just a moment there for Lietkabelis. Williams going to take it himself, going to go through the contact for the finish. Great strength from Jonathan Williams for the and-one. And with 7 minutes to play, he's got a chance to push it back to 15 points. 2 in quick succession. Sent Hemak to the bench. Well, I wondered if they might have rued those 3 opportunities missed. I bet they do now. Flowers. A little dribble here, not much ball movement. Late shot clock, we have to heave one up. Morris hits the deck, but that is a suboptimal offense by Lietkabelis. Dribble, 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 pass, shoot. And he's done well there, Augusti, to keep that in play. Look at the way the ball is moving at this end of the floor. Until they find a good shot. Okay, they don't score, but it's much better offense. That foul's going to go against London. Foul on Dean Williams. So he's going to have to sit down. But the contribution he's already made to this contest. A couple of steals, 13 points, 4 rebounds, some great defense as well. Morris. Nice hesitation, gets all the way to the basket. Now Morris, the 1 point of resistance, up to 20. Right, into the key, just short on that one, but grabbed by Williams. He's got to go up quick because there was no reset. Foul is going to be called on Maldunas. Check whether this was more than just a regular foul.
Nice. Dar kartą ir dabar ir lėčiau. Ir lėčiau.
There's a foul. And then he didn't grab. He didn't. He all hit and then released the ball. Yeah, he's trying to play with the ball. For me, it's not any criteria for a sportsmanlike foul. So we stay with normal foul, two shot for number 13, okay?
Well, there you go. Just a regular foul. Nothing too excessive, so it'll be 2 free throws. Still 5.5 minutes to go, but it feels like a rough night for him, Coach Chanak. This team really not found rhythm other than Morris. Not far off a double-double for Williams. Goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. There is still time, but we haven't seen anything to suggest a comeback is on. Oh, great block by Williams. And Phillip throws it the length of the court to McGusty. Oh, he's blocked from behind. Tennessee Chavis with the rejection. Getting low, it's into Maldunas, needs to go up, Morris gets it away, and in. 22 for him, 22 of the team's 55, so the rest of them have only got 33 combined. London have been excellent at managing the game to this point, trying to continue that, just keep them at arm's length. Phillip dancing his way through, Rye in the corner for 3. In and out. Rye takes the foul. It's only the team's third. Well, he's frustrated that he's missed a shot, isn't he? See it on his face. It's great ball movement by the Lions. Found the shot they wanted, end of the shot clock. He's more than capable of knocking it down, but this time it didn't go. Well, just over 4 to play. London have been in control of this game since the early stages of the second quarter. They remain in control of this game. Have Lietkabelis got one final charge in them, some way to find themselves back into this game? London's last 2 road games have both ended in 1-point contests. But they've been looking like a team that's going to win by double figures here today. Again, a point of the assist differential. We saw it even on the previous play there where Wright doesn't make the shot in the corner. How well London moved the ball to find that shot versus some of the difficult one-on-one shots that Lietkabelis have been getting. .4:17 to go. Still London with a double-figure lead. They had 3 goes early in this quarter to get it to single figures. Didn't take any of them. Covers. Can they take this one? Kulomai backs away for 3. One tie-in. Zabonis telling his team no rush here. Let's milk this clock for everything we can. Oh, Rice slipping to the basket, patient with it, but can't get the pass out, and that is going to go back the other way. Just put a seed of doubt, maybe. I don't think much, to be honest with you. London have looked excellent today, even if it did get to single figures. Flowers. It's a push-off. No, it's not a push-off. It looked like one to me. It certainly did to the London bench as well, but it doesn't matter. It's the shot falls short, and London get the rebound. Gusty, nice. Back iron though. Ball is loose. Eventually Morris gets his hands on it. Tunis was under the basket there. Hits Flowers for 3. Trying to buy an offensive foul and not getting one. Buy a 3-point shot foul, sorry, but they do get an offensive rebound. Savicius with the putback. It's down to 9. 9 is still a lot to get, though. That's the problem. When you've only scored 57, suddenly come up with 9 without reply in less than 3 minutes is a lot. But London will just want to put this one to bed now.
Hit the head. You can do move, just counter this. You come to this side, you go to that side, okay? All right? Go touch, do move, touch. So you're here, find the short roll, okay? Two move, touch. 2 move, touch, good screen to get him open. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, the beauty, if you like, of basketball is it doesn't matter how long you lead for. It only matters when you lead. And the Lietkabelis have got to find some belief that with 2:46 to go, they can find a way to have the lead at the buzzer. London dominated this contest. If they do win, they will thoroughly deserve it. But they've got to get it over the line here. Dean Williams, late shot clock for Phillip. He's going to shoot it himself, is he? Yes, he is. And, oh, how did that not go in? But, oh, nearly an offensive rebound from Lukashunas. Phillip with a double-double, closing in on a triple-double, but couldn't get the dagger shot there. Williams with the rebound and the quick foul. They're over the limit, so it's going to be free throws here. Tariq Phillip, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. He's been at the center of almost everything good for the London Lions here today. Trying to put it beyond reach. Puts it back to double figures. hits them both. And 11 points once again separating the two teams. They've got to score every time down now, Lietkabelis. Morris, the only man who looks likely to score every time down. Well, he gets it. Oh my goodness. Well, they do get some points in the end. He just spares his own blushes there after a missed layup. Oh, Philip just looking to run it down here. He's absolutely led the team from the front. Trying to draw a foul. Still has it. Oh, but it's turned over. Lietkabelis on the floor. Foul by Philip. Fourth team foul. Coach challenge.
Gerai, leidžiam.
Okay.
Dar kartą, lėčiau dabar jau.
So we are in the front court, we are close to the free throw line. I think that first we have the contact and then the motion, the upward motion starts. So first contact and then upward motion. So we stay with foul on the floor, we have 2 free throws.
Well, it's just that debate as to whether he was going up with it or not, and you have to be in the upward motion from that sort of distance, which he wasn't. I thought it was the 4th team foul. The referee signaled 2 free throws there. It is the 4th team foul. Well, I'm just wondering whether the shot clock should be higher than 14. I'm assuming that's what the referees are discussing here. I think they're going to go check it. It's because they thought there was 2 free throws coming. They didn't look at the clock.
So we have to go in the beginning of the action. Okay, go back. Go back. Okay, go. More. Normal speed.
Normalu greičiu leisk.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 23 minus 4 is 19. 19 years. Okay. So 19 seconds.
Jo.
They're just going to reset that to 22. Well, Lietkabelis somehow got to find something here. Can they channel their inner Lithuania? Of course, beat Great Britain on a crazy finish last week, this time last week. Flurry of threes, maybe? No, not on that one. Tariq Phillip, the Great Britain international, who's not a million miles away from a triple-double, gets rebound number 11. He has just absolutely dominated the last few minutes as well, Philip. He is their end-of-game decision maker. We saw a little bit of Mike Sell early on. He's still working his way back to full fitness. We've seen an awful lot of number 22, who is in peak form. Well, it's a long old journey from London, but it looks like it'll be an enjoyable one for those Lions fans. There is still just about an opportunity, but not much, for Lietkabelis to somehow, some way find 11 points. The reality is that Morris has been the only one who's been scoring really for them in this game.
Cardinals here. Kula. Kula is 3. Jamel. Danusa. Okay. Kula, go first. He's open, give him ball, okay? After that, step up, receive the ball, okay? Set screen for Jamel here. Hand off, okay? 3 screen. Go, very strong! Yeah!
Well, they're 26% from the three-point line, 7 of 27. They're going to need a flurry of them in the last 112. They advance the ball out of the timeout. Buchkauskas to inbound. Morris kicked out to the corner. Little reset. And the 3 in and out, as it has been so often. But there is an offensive rebound. That doesn't go either. And that's the thing. Even though they've crashed the offensive rebounds pretty well, they haven't even got as many second chance points as you might expect. And that could well be the last opportunity. London just going to milk it down. Oh, there is a foul in the end. I don't think we're going to get a 1-point finish this week with London on the road, but they won't care a jot because this is an important victory for the Lions. It will move them to 4 and 5 in the standings. Depending on what's happened in the game in Chemnitz, might well shift them into the top 6. It's about points difference now for Lietkabelis. Get it close. They're still going to go back to London in February. You never know. Savages chips 2 out of that. And they're going to run it as late as they can for one final score. It's going to, unless Lietkabelis score, equal their lowest home total in a EuroCup game. Nice lob and the jam. That's the way to finish the game. Williams on the end of it with the throwdown. And the exclamation point on the victory for the London Lions. Buchkauskas for 3, doesn't go. And what a victory that is for London on the road, and particularly for their Lithuanian coach, who will have enjoyed this return to his homeland. And it was led by that man in the middle there, Tariq Phillip, a million miles away from a triple-double. A really impressive display by him of his best performances in a London shirt. And the Lions taking control of this game in the second quarter end up with the 13-point victory. Final score, Lietkabelis Panevezys 61, London Lions 74. Fans making their way out into the night. Pretty disappointed. They never really looked like having enough offense. Once Lions got him top in that second quarter with those Randall threes, London really kept them at bay. Well, magic moment of the game is a Dean Williams dunk from early. He might have had two magic moments in this game because he had another great dunk at the end. But this is the one for now. Players acknowledging their supporters. Not the best shooting night, you would say, other than really London's three-point shooting, which was a very impressive 11 of 27, and they got to the line well and converted them. But the key stats for me, 21 assists for London, 7 of them for Philip. The way they moved the ball was excellent. And the turnovers slash steals, 16 turnovers. London coughed it up a few times towards the end as well, but really they did that damage early on with that pressure. Well, no doubt who the player of this game was. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 32 on the index rating, but more than that, he controlled things down the stretch. He knew when to speed up, when to slow down, when to find a teammate, when to go himself. He really was the finisher for the Lions in this one. An excellent performance from Tariq Phillip.
Okay, it was a great game for you personally, almost triple-double, so what can you tell about that, about your performance?
I just came out to try to give energy, man. This is an energy game coming off the break. We've been working for the past week or so because we didn't have much guys in the window, so we came out to play with a lot of energy. That's it.
And very important win against your neighbors in the table. So what can you tell about that, and how it's important to win this match?
These games are really tricky and important at the same time. You're on the road, bottom team. You don't really know what you're going to get. It's coming off the break, so just kind of come in here, play with a lot of energy, and come out with a win.
Thank you and good luck.
Have a good day.
Well, he certainly did bring the energy, and you could feel it really. And what he did defensively as well. You think back to the steal he had in the third quarter when Lions were starting to pull away, and the run-out dunk that we saw in the run-out layup that we saw in the highlights as well. But look at that, 29 excellent minutes for Tariq Phillip, 15, 12, and 7. He even had time for a block in there. I don't think of Phillip as a shot blocker, but he showed us everything he can do here tonight.
So, Coach, congratulations. It's a great comeback to Lithuania. What can you tell about this match, and what was a key of your victory?
Before answering, I just want to say to my wife and my son that I love you so much. Our defense. It's 61 points, a good team like this. It was important. The gentlemen understood what the task was, and they put a very good game.
And Tariq Phillip was incredible today, almost triple-double. So what do you think about this man in this match?
He's great. He's the guy that's going to give me a heart attack, but he's a competitor. He fights, he bleeds, he sweats London, and that is the symbol that we need. And today he put a great performance, but taking away that, I think the whole team did a very good job and understood the game that was at hand, and I'm very proud of my gentlemen.
And how is important it's this victory because you played against your neighbors in the table, and you're fighting for a playoff spot.
Every game's important. Every game's important. Every game is important. So today is just a good win. Tomorrow we gotta, tonight we can celebrate, and then we gotta get ready for the next one.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
There's a great quote there about Phillip as well, but the defense was excellent. He touched on that. Thought that really set the tone for London, particularly in the second quarter. That was the point which they blew the game open. I thought that was led by their defensive intensity. Let's hear from Coach Chanak.
So, Coach, it was a tough game for your team. What were the main reasons why your team lost this match?
I mean, we play bad. We are not in that level what we want. We are in pre-season level, and that's it.
Thank you, Coach.
Well, he's gone back to that where it's a pre-season level. obviously they're without Augustin Rubin, which is